Marketing is not why most indie games fail. This is interesting. I want to see that. Because I have literally done 0 marketing. That's not true. I do YouTube videos. So I do get some stuff because of YouTube videos. I do get wish lists because of that. If I have a video pop off, I do see like 2 more or something. It's not much. I've watched the video yesterday already and agree. You agree? Mr. Real Super Cool, a successful developer with 5,000 reviews on his bank. You know, the more reviews on Steam you have, the more your word counts, right? That's how it works, right? The more true your word is. Agrees with this video. Marketing is not the problem.
Marketing. Most aspiring indies know by now they need it to have a successful game, but many feel like they don't know how to do it. I've even seen memes like this, implying that
game ideas, game development, game marketing
harder than actually making the game.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of indies have this idea that discoverability is the only thing that stands in the way.
My mate any game doesn't do anything to market it.
They say to themselves, well, I know I can make a game. The problem is I just don't know how to market it. They lament the low success rate of indie games.
Can I have like a foresight here, or can I predict what he's gonna say? Most games that didn't market also had shitty gameplay, or the games were actually bad. He's probably not going to say shitty in the video because he's trying to be PG, right? But that's probably what it's going to be. My assumption is that if you make a good game, you will eventually find a player base. That's what I'm thinking is going to be the essence of the video. But we'll see. We'll see, right?
And sometimes even feel like success is a dice roll of low odds.
That's what
like
many people say.
Just happen to go viral.
Yep.
My experience as a full-time indie dev with a small studio for over a decade couldn't be further from this. The way I see it, it's not that most indies fail to market their product. It's that most indies fail to make a product that is marketable. Their production value and scope are not competitive with the top of their genre.
Okay.
So all their marketing efforts gain no traction, and indeed they don't sell like the top of their genre. Now, I'm not just speaking from my gut. I'm a student of Steam. I've done actual extended research on this topic. I was one of the early ones to scrape Steam myself and analyze revenue trends and tags and genres. In fact, many have gone on to use my data set in their own marketing research tools. Though I don't recommend it because there are much better data sets available now made by much smarter people. I browse GameStats.com for funsies, and I spelunk in the depths of Steam every day in all revenue brackets.
I've never heard about this. GameStats.com. I would like to... Let me please take a quick look at this. Aha. And then search for games. Okay, tower defense. Legion TD. Followers? Is it like sorting by followers? Where's Bloons? Oh god. Okay. Oh wow. Goodness. Is there like a 135? Review score, release date, review count, follower count. Is there like a sorting? Wait, it's sorted by revenue? And Bloons is not on the list? I don't believe this site. No way. Bloons is not on the... Bloons is a tower defense game, guys. Are you stupid? 73 million. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Net revenue, roughly? Goodness. Why is it not under... Maybe it's because of tags. Not title, but tags. Tower defense. Yeah, I was searching wrong. Sorry, guys. 100 million? That's not a tower defense game. That's a zombie game. Damn, I need to make a 3D game, guys. These guys earn way more money. But then Bloons. Ah, they are billions is on there too. That's also not a tower defense game, but it's a survival game. Wait, Plants vs. Zombies only made 11 million? Make a TD with zombies? We're actually making a TD with skeletons, so zombies would potentially fit in. If I have like a nice zombie model that I could draw, yeah, maybe. That's a Game of the Year edition though. Oh, I see. So is there another Plants vs. Zombies? I don't see one. Kingdom Rush. We have taken a look at this multiple times. They made... Oh, wow. They have 7,000 reviews. Wow. How expensive is Kingdom Rush? $20. Does any one of you know how many missions Kingdom Rush has? I could just do this, right? How long to beat? 8 hours? The Kingdom Rush tower defense game? Completionist? Wait, that's that fast? Cakes do Pogo Stuck? Okay, let's take a look at Mr. Real Super Cool. Pogo Stuck. Damn. Damn. It's $6.99, but the price changed over time. So is this real? Almost a millionaire. Tower defense. Bloons, TD6 and 5. Huh, I've never seen this game. Interesting. It made so much money. The Rift Breaker. Does it open Steam? Why does it not go to Steam directly? Ah, you can go here. I've never seen this. This is a tower defense game? Base building tower defense. Aha, so it's more like it's a combination of... I hate that. It's a combination of that. Look, you can even be very successful by only having mostly or very positive reviews. I wonder why it's mostly positive now. I don't recommend because when playing there's a hailstorm, meteor shower that will destroy your base and there's no way to protect your or shield your base. This is absolutely extremely frustrating and one of the most annoying things I've ever experienced in my life. Damn, this is so heartbreaking to see your base being destroyed and there's nothing you can do about it. I wish there was a way to deactivate this random destruction. I hate this part of the game. I hate it. I couldn't continue playing because of the game keeps destroying my base. Is this guy a non-skiller? Does he have a skill issue? Interesting. So basically this, like what are the stats though? It basically says how much it costs. It shows the thumbnail and maybe some gameplay. And it shows how many followers and reviews the game has. And obviously how much revenue it made. So what does he see here though? What is this?
Data sets available now, made by much smarter people.
Steam tags stats. Steam tag stats. So you took a look at the single player. Wait. Single player? Revenue total? Games count? So this is all of the games. Okay. Revenue. Single player has the most total revenue, then action and multiplayer. Then adventure. I can see why there are so many action, adventure, open world multiplayer games, guys. That also have a single player experience. Has any one of you seen that? Co-op, third person, RPG. Oh, where's tower defense, guys? Tower defense. Yeah. Tower defense. Tower defense. Tower defense? Tower defense. It's after turn-based. Oh god. Tower defense. Tower defense. Tower defense. Oh. Tower defense. Hello. Underwater is more prominent than tower defense? No way. I must have missed it. Guys, we are scrapping the video. Rewrite the game to story single player. Well, it's going to be single player. I'm going to add the single player tag. So, but it's crazy that level editor is same as tower defense. It's crazy. So what I see from this is that this number right here is how many games there is. And then this number right here is how much revenue you earn with this tag, right? And so if what I get from these stats is that we want to take a look at something that has this number very low and this number very high. So essentially, the higher you go, the lower number. Yeah, for example, this. Horses? Interesting. Co-op campaign. Huh. Very interesting. Yeah, the further... Oh, beautiful. Are you kidding me? Guys, we are going to use the beautiful tab, okay? Attack. Because my game is obviously beautiful, right? Open world survival craft. There's going to be Valheim on the list. Terraria? Rust? No Man's Sky? 260. Rust has 670 million? What? Rust? Terraria 200 million? Isn't that a bit low for Terraria? For 1 million reviews? Rust is AAA. I mean, I guess the price. It's the price. Cause the price is so low. I'm pretty sure they could sell the game for more, but maybe then they wouldn't have that many reviews. Difficult to say. Forest. There it is. Valheim. There we go. Yeah, I was expecting this. Cool. Aha. So we should make an open world survival craft game, guys. Yeah, that's when we're going to earn a lot of money. Maybe there's a bigger one though. Building. Yeah, that's also in survival games. Building, 100%. Awesome, I love this. This is cool. Aha, it's more interesting here. These stats, I didn't even see that. Half the games below, half the games above. Look at median. Aha. Okay, so we want to search for this. Mozo? Benchmark? Warhammer? Reboot? Games Workshop? Shop? Where's Tower Defense game? Tower Defense. Shit. No, sorry. Wrong click. Control F. Tower D. Guys, I need some subs and donations, please. I need to survive. I get a kid soon, guys. Come on. Please. Help a brother out, okay? We need to make a new game, guys. Tower Defense game is scratched. Looks like Cakez will go broke. Check the rightmost value. 2% of TD games made over 1 million. Guys, we have to be in the 2% chance. Uh-oh. I mean, that's why we are watching the video, right? That's why we are watching the video, because the video is going to tell us how to get into the 2% category without rolling the dice. That's why.
Browse GameStats.com for funsies, and I spelunk in the depths of Steam every day in all revenue brackets. It's a bit of a weird hobby of mine. I'm also a reasonably successful indie myself, having shipped a top seller, and currently in production on a game that will likely mop the floor, with our last sitting at over 80,000 pre-launch wish lists and festivals. So I like to think that I have some credibility here.
This guy's crazy.
And I'm telling you, if you want to make and sell games for a living, you've got to know what the quality benchmark is.
Yes.
You've got to know what kinds of things are selling in your genre. Shit. Most aspiring indies make the mistake of only having what I'd call a very consumer level knowledge of their genre. They really only know about the top handful of titles.
Oh shit.
Very often I see a gamer or developer thinking a particular game is a hidden gem, when usually it's a top seller. You've got to know about more than that. You've got to know about the mid-tier successes too.
He's telling us to yoink from every game, not just the top games. He's telling us to yoink from every fucking game there is, okay? We need to get all of the tower defense games and yoink every single thing from these.
That's what he's telling us.
And the failures as well. You've got to know what a $1 million revenue game looks like, as well as a $100,000 game. And just exactly how good a game can look and still make practically nothing. You've got to develop an intuition for what a mid-tier success looks like in your genre, so you can make good decisions.
I know what mid-tier success looks like. I'll show you. Mid-tier success. You want to see that? Tower defense game, mid-tier success? I'll show you. Core defense. There we go. Costs €9. 316 positive reviews. Made about 70, 80 to $100,000. This game right here. We have done that yet. We have done, and I also know what unsuccessful looks like. The hero we need. It's on sale right now. 16 reviews, mixed, made practically nothing. Cakez is the definition of mid-tier. Just wait. So we have done some research there yet. They spent 300,000 on the game, by the way. That hurts. That really hurts.
Your own product. Let's learn how to find your quality benchmark for your genre. So, here
Okay.
I'm on GameStats.com, which is a site that uses review count to estimate revenue. This is the most common way of estimating revenue with Steam, and I feel it's perfectly accurate enough for market research. Hot tip, if you want to game dev on easy mode, make a game in a tag with a high median revenue. And if you want to game dev on hard mode, make a game in a tag with a low median revenue.
Okay, we are doing hard mode, guys. But that's just my life, okay? I always do hard mode. That's why we play Dark Souls.
Or even better, use these percentage in revenue
Romco,
bracket stats.
my man.
The
Thank you
choice
very
of what
much.
kind of game you make is hands down the most important marketing decision
Holy
about
shit.
your game.
Wait.
It's hands down.
30% for Mozo. Oh, wait, let's not say look at Mozo. Kickstarter? Ah, that's inflated. Epic, Code Classic, moddable. Guys, we need our game to be moddable. I already have kind of mod support. That's how we do it. That's how we make 67,000. Tower defense game moddable.
The most important marketing decision about your game, and obviously it happens before you even start production. Pick a tag that you feel represents your game, or you can even cross a few tags
Tower
together.
defense.
I like to filter out stuff that was released more than, say, 3 years ago, because the market is always changing. Next, you want to pick the revenue range you would need to call your game a success. Now here's your list of competition. I'm not going to spotlight any unsuspecting games here, but you should spend some serious time researching these titles. Look at their trailers and screenshots. Look at the quality of their product.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do.
The art style, the UIs, the performance, the features, the scope, the content, the reviews. Better yet, buy the game and play it for a few hours. Ideally, you want every single aspect of your game to be competitive with the best looking titles in your revenue bracket. Don't just find a title that snuck in there somehow and use that as your benchmark and hope that might do. If you want to sell out these games, you have to hang with these games for realsies. Alright, now this part is really motivating to me. Trust me when I say, I have not found a lot of hidden gems, quote unquote, on Steam. I have not found many games that...
Yep. See, like, that's what I saw too. Either a game is good and it plays well, or it's not. And if it plays well, eventually people will find it. There is really, like, we have had this discussion much, like a couple of weeks back, right? A hidden gem is a game that will eventually go big because it is a gem, you know?
Looked like they should have been in a higher revenue bracket based on their apparent production value.
Oftentimes there is jarring problems.
I find a game that I feel like maybe it should have grossed $1 million and ended up grossing 300,000. But never do I find a game that looks like it should have grossed $1 million and it only grossed $200.
Yeah.
I find the opposite actually all the time. Games that I just can't even believe how much money they made. So now that you know how to do market research, let me go back to the topic of how difficult it is to market an indie game.
Okay.
I cannot express to you how much easier marketing becomes when you have a product that interests people at first glance. And I cannot express to you how impossible marketing becomes when you have a product short of that.
Look at all of those pots.
It's the difference between everything you try working to some degree and sometimes working spectacularly.
See,
versus...
let me give you an example. My tower defense game, I saw a huge influx in views on YouTube and Twitch the moment I changed the aesthetic of my game from this dark and not really contrasty to this. Obviously this is from Bloons, but it's recognizability. But I saw a huge interest spike in not only YouTube videos I made, but also Twitch views when just making that game compared to this. The characters are more interesting and the enemies are more interesting now. It's a big improvement, yeah. And we need to update the Steam page. Yeah, we will, right? The UI has gotten much better. The levels are much brighter. Maybe it's not about the game, but you being famous. No, that's not true. Famous. Not at all. So this is a new YouTube channel where I just post my VODs, cut down into like bite-sized chunks, like making progress on my game. And just putting some random thumbnails, like not much work, on there has gained me sometimes more views. My head is in the way. More views than any of my videos on my main channel have. People don't watch it for long, but many people click on it, which shows me that there is an interest there. The moment someone clicks on something, they are interested and intrigued by what they see. And compared to much earlier, when my game didn't look like this, it's like night and day. Anyways, so yeah, he's right.
Everything you try,
That's
getting
why I
close to
changed my
zero
game.
engagement and being a complete waste of time. Now, we've all heard of games that look fairly unremarkable at first glance, but somehow manage to go viral anyway. I'm talking about your Among Us's, your Vampire Survivors. Maybe even like Undertale from the last era.
No, Vampire Survivors is in Undertale. Yeah, I was so confused about Undertale. Vampire Survivors I could understand because the gameplay was just extraordinary. The gameplay was good.
Now, I'm not saying those are bad games. Obviously, they're fantastic games. But it's not immediately obvious they're cut above some of the lower performing titles, mostly due to their graphics, art styles, and apparent production values. If that's the kind of success you're shooting for, then I've got nothing to say about that. I don't know anything about how to reproduce that kind of success. To my mind, it's like lightning in a bottle, and very difficult to reproduce reliably. I see those games as
he's
cultural
wrong.
phenomenons.
No, the reason, like, maybe he doesn't understand this, but the reason why this game works so well is because of the constant action. You are constantly being engaged. The game is so engaging that you have no time to and then relax and go somewhere else. You're constantly focused on the screen. That's why they are so successful, and that's why he's getting away with this art style, which, by the way, works very well. It is a retro art style that is specifically done for this game. He doesn't want the game to look fancy at all, but that doesn't mean that you can't have success with fancy graphics in this genre. Like, for example, we have Death Must Die, right? It's basically just a higher quality, more aesthetically pleasing than Vampire Survivors, and it's still massively successful. 14,000 reviews. Came out after Vampire Survivors.
But I'm here to tell you that that is not the common kind of success in the world of premium games. Steam has a veritable ocean of games that most gamers have never heard of, making hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. The majority of those games don't look like Among Us. They're polished-looking games with strong art styles and solid production values, well-executed products that have found their market. They're often made by studios with some experience, but not always, and usually did a reasonable marketing campaign, but not necessarily any viral posts or mainstream coverage. Sometimes they have a unique selling point, but honestly, sometimes they don't. They're just a solid title backed by commercially serious production competency and effort in a high-demand genre on Steam. I feel really strongly about this. The reliable way of selling like the top of a genre is to compete on every level like the top of the genre. Ignore the outliers and giga hits. Find the revenue bracket you want to be in and start doing case studies on games that sell like that. If you do find a game that presents better than yours in numerous different ways and it's underperforming your desired revenue bracket, that should scare you. Now, I'm not saying marketing doesn't matter. Clearly it does, and virtually every company willing to put substantial capital in their game would be foolish for not honoring the product with a marketing campaign worthy of the production budget.
Yeah, we'll see how we do that, though.
Marketing is the main thing missing from most indie efforts.
Yeah.
Or that the only
That's
reason...
basically copium, so you don't have to make a good game. That's how I see it. Pixel fixer.
Something like Cyberpunk 2077 sells like hotcakes is because of the AAA marketing machine.
Sorry.
Well, that's just not true. So when you're analyzing games, by all means, size up the scope of their marketing efforts. Check out all their marketing assets, look at their store copy, track down their social media accounts and see what posts they made. What kind of beats did they have? Did they have a big announcement? Did they do any content marketing? And if so, what kind and how much did they produce? Lastly, look for any existing brand equity that they may have already had, and take that into account when considering their revenue. Okay, so I said to sell like the top of a genre, you've got to compete on every level with games in the top of that genre. I actually find this fact liberating. The games market is largely still rational, in that if you build something substantial, it's likely you can compete. If your product can hang with the top of your genre on every level, and I mean every level, when people think quality of product, they usually think gameplay.
The only level that I'm not focusing is multiplayer to begin with, because that will blow out the scope. Everything but multiplayer is what I'm trying to compete with. Yep.
Everything. Graphics and trailers matter, okay? They're not just window dressing.
Yep,
They're the first sign of quality a player can see when they first lay eyes on your game. If it looks like a student project, people are going to assume all the parts of your game are like a student project. But if you can hit the quality benchmark on every facet, it's more likely than not that you can sell like the top of your genre.
Yeah, everything is important.
The quality bar is sitting right there in front
That's why I reworked my buttons like 5 times.
of us. If you want to sell games,
Hello, Breed.
analyze the games in your desired revenue bracket and make sure to compete with them on every level.
Cakez is the Naruto of Gamedev. Yeah, just bad, right? Bad, but still working hard. Exactly. Anyways, still a good video. And I think I'm gonna subscribe because it looks like they have some really cool games. What is this? Eastshade. What type of game is that? It is an exploration, open world, beautiful, relaxing game. Guys, didn't we figure this out earlier? Wait, where was that? Beautiful. Has a very low number here. Quite a decent number here. And a lot of revenue.